All right, y'all. Y'all heard? Y'all read the title. Shutting up is a superpower, right? Shutting up is a superpower. The majority of people in the gym wouldn't know hard work if it bit them. All right. Now, I just came from the gym, and I know 90% of people didn't mean it. All right. That's how they are. No disrespect, but I'm telling you, if you lock in and zone out on your workout, it shouldn't be a hangout. It should be a workout. If you're trying to build muscle, if you're trying to burn calories, if you're trying to get stronger, if you're trying to build endurance, there's so many different things you can be doing in the gym. And yes, this also applies to things that's outside of the gym. Anything that requires a great deal of focus. Anything that requires a great deal of focus. I don't care if you was doing something that doesn't mean nothing to anybody else. Like if you're playing a video game, I'm gonna take it there. If you're playing a video game and you want to win and it's a hard game that you lost a million times, 9 times you're gonna just have to lock in and focus, right? If you're trying to win a race, you have to be the first one that passes the line, right? The finish line. If you're trying to win a basketball game, at the end of the day, at the end of the game, your team, or if you're doing it one-on-one, you have to have the most points at the end of the game, right? Simple. It's that simple and plain. If you are in the gym and let's say your max is 225 pounds and you're trying to get to 235 pounds, you're going to have to lock in. I would say, okay, your max is 225, right? Let's use an easier number, right? Because I don't want to do math on camera because I'm always wrong when I do that when I'm trying to make a video. So, let's say you got a 100-pound bench press, right? I'm not dissing. It be like that sometimes, right? Let's say a 100-pound bench press. Let's say that's your max. You should take 80% of that, which will have you at 80 pounds. And you should bench that for reps. 5 sets of high reps. If you can do that for 10 reps, for 5 sets, eventually you can bump up to 85 pounds and do the same reps, or try to. You should push hard. But every time you sit there, you chilling and you talking to your buddies and all that, you're taking away from that focus. You're going to have less effort. You're going to have less energy to push into that bar. Y'all can talk after you're done. I'm sorry, y'all can talk after you. Most people are going to disagree with this. People argue with me all the time about this. People say it doesn't even matter. I'm telling you, saying it don't matter to your goals is killing your gains. All right? You either sacrifice for your goals or your goals become the sacrifice. All right? And that goes with everything. Scarface. Fictional character, Al Pacino. He was doing a negative thing in a movie, so I'm not condoning that when I say this. But he took over a whole empire because he locked in. He focused, he had his eyes on the prize the whole time. From the moment he came from Cuba to America to the moment it was over, right? Say hello to my little friend. To that moment, he was locked in more than everybody else. I always tell people, if there's 100 people in the gym, only 5 of them are really working out. The other 95 of them are trying to talk to the people who are working out. Some of them might be trying to learn from them people, but the other, maybe 10 of them out of that 95. The other 85 of them, they came there to socialize. They came there to party. They came there to chill. And everybody gonna look at the 5 guys, not the restaurant, but the 5 guys who are trying to work out. Everybody's gonna look at them like the bad guy. Everybody's gonna look like them like, why don't they just talk to us? Why don't they just socialize? Those people are busy. And for those who are trying to learn from them, those few that actually are trying to learn, salute to y'all. Salute to the ones that's trying to learn. Because a lot of people hear the stuff that I'm saying, you're dissing beginners and you're dissing people who are trying to learn. No, I'm not. I'm really not dissing anybody. I'm just informing you. This is what it takes. Shutting up is my superpower. It's a superpower. It can be your superpower. It's a superpower. Right? So the other few people who are actually trying to learn from those people who are locked in, the thing that you're mostly missing out is the fact that they're locked in and you're not. That's the difference. You have to look at the difference. What's different about, I've been trying to get this in, but what's the difference between me and the person that I'm really focusing on? That's the difference. The person you're focusing on is focusing on themselves, and you're focusing on them. You have to lift and let lift. You got to think about it, and people don't think you're crazy for it. You know, whenever you're doing anything outside of the norm, which, yes, going 100% for yours is outside of the norm. People gonna think you're crazy for it. But think about it. Think about it. Take a second. Think about anybody who ever invented something or created something or pioneered something or came up with a new way of doing something that might have been already been doing. Anybody who reinvented something or invented something or whatever, or became the best at something, people thought they was crazy. Whether it's for the effort they put in, like a person who learned how to play basketball real good. Michael Jordan, he failed. The first time he tried to get on a team in high school. A lot of people know this story, a lot of people don't. Back in the days, it used to be spoke a lot of, well, back in my days. All right, I'll be 42 in August. Michael Jordan failed to get on a basketball team. The next time he tried out, he locked in. He locked in after that and then went for it again. And I think it was the next year. I might be mistaken. And he got it. But he wasn't the greatest player in the world just because he got on the basketball team. He was just good enough to get on the basketball team. He wasn't even the best person on the basketball. You can look this story up. A lot of people don't know the whole story. They think, okay, that was the end all be all. Now he's Jordan. He's the greatest basketball player in the world. No. But how did he do that, though? Before school and after school, he bust his butt learning. He watched the team. He learned the drills they was doing. And he bust his butt before he even went to school. Every day. Probably even on his day, most likely even on his days off. His dad, everybody, they was training him and stuff. But I'm just saying, like, he locked in. The key point I'm saying, he locked in before school. Got good enough. After school, too. Then he got good enough to get on the team. But guess what? He practiced with the team, but he also still practiced it before school every day. Then he ended up going to North Carolina. Did his thing out there, practiced every day and won and did this and did that. Then he went to the NBA. But the thing was, I guarantee you, a lot of people was calling him crazy when he was grinding that hard. Why are you going so hard? You don't got to do all that. People will always tell you ain't got to do all that. Think about people who invented things. I'm on the phone right now recording this video, right? On the phone. Okay, think about when the phone when it was invented. Was it Alexander Van Bell or whatever? I'm not good with names. I don't know. All I know was the invention. But think about what he said when he invented the phone, when he had the idea. Think about what people thought about him. I want to talk to somebody who ain't even here. I'm talking to y'all right here, and y'all ain't even here. The phone has been reinvented millions of times. Every couple years. We can talk to people that's not even here. We can text. We can stream. We can do all this. We go live. We got different apps. We got YouTube. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, Threads, and so many different ones. Billy in China, I think that's what it's called. We got all kinds of stuff, right? Messengers, Instagram, DMs and stuff, direct messages. We got all of that now. But all he was talking about was talking. Yes, you had Morse code and all kind of different stuff before that. But do you not think about it? It might not sound like that much to people when I'm saying this. But if you really think about it, put yourself in the shoes of people back then. Yo, he talking about talking to people that's not even here. How you gonna do that? You don't think people thought he was crazy when he said that? When the Wright brothers said they was gonna fly in the air? They locked in and made it happen. Probably failed a million times. People laughed at them. Told you that ain't gonna happen. Y'all crazy. Locked in. Yo, they couldn't listen to all that. You think they would have made it if they would have sat there and conversated and talked about the whole thing with them people? They would have never done it. That's just like your goals. Whatever your goal is, it might not be fitness. You will never do that if all you do is talk about it. You talk about it or you be about it. But I'm wrong when I say stuff like that. Back to the phone thing. We got so many different ways of communicating. I could get on a PlayStation right now, put the headset on, and talk to people who ain't even here. Do that. Do you know how much aspiring the phone invention was? Come on now. Think about that. Take a second. People don't hear me though. I talk a lot on the internet. But when I'm in the gym, I lock in. What happened today? I was bench pressing. I got a whole new series of bench press, right? And I was supposed to do that. I tried to lock in. It's hard to film when the gym is packed. For some reason, at 11 o'clock, 11:30, the gym was super packed. It usually get empty around that time. The gym I go to, I drive 40 minutes, 30-something, 40 minutes away to get there. And then that much time to get back. So, no, ain't no way I'm going to that gym all the way over there, out of town. I was about to say across town, but out of town. 2 towns away, actually. The towns down here ain't that big, all right? So, people that's in the bigger cities, 2 towns away, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It's crazy. But I'm not gonna take that drive to not work out. I got my workout in, don't get me wrong. I didn't get no footage. And I didn't do my bench that I said I was gonna do. Because the gym was packed. I tried to film, but it's like, personally, I don't like putting people on my film. And then every time I put the camera down and I'm about to film, people start asking, so what's your plans? And what do you do? They start conversating. Anytime you do anything, they start conversating. You put weight on the bar, they start conversating. If I put more weight on let's say I got X amount of weight on the bar. Let's say I'm deadlifting. A lot of times people, they see you get to their max and they got to come over there and talk to you. And they say, oh, it's crazy that you can do that much weight and da-da-da-da. I can only do this and da-da-da-da. Like, dog, the difference is I'm locked in and you're not. If I got 405 on the deadlift and I'm warming up with it, and that's your max, or 3-something is your max, the difference is I'm locked in and you're not. Or my form might be better, I got a better technique or whatever. And that also comes because I'm locked in and you're not. Practice makes perfect, right? So if I got 405 on the deadlift, and my deadlift max is almost 600 pounds, I'm not going to go from 405 to 425. Maybe sometime I should here or there, but whatever. But I'm putting a whole nother 90 pounds on there. I'm going to 495. Because I want to go, if I'm going heavy, I want to go up. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting into my 5s, right? So I start off with 135, 225, 315, 405, 495, or I might go to 475 or 455 on certain days where I feel like, maybe not, Depends on what I'm doing. Depends on what my goal is for that day, whatever. But let's say I put another 45 pounds on each side. That's a whole nother 90 pounds. If I was locked in and focusing on 405, how much locked in and focused do you think I got to do with 495? I'm not supposed to just start chilling and talking to you. We just seen I had to focus on that last set. And me personally, I'm focusing on every set, even warm-up sets. I treat my warm-up sets just like my working sets. I let the bar, even if I'm benching just the bar, I'm gonna try to make it move the same way as if I was doing whatever my max. Let's say my max is 315 and it moves about like this. If that's my goal for that day, I want every rep to replicate that. My leg drive, my form, my rolling my shoulders back. I can't even name it. Bone on bone connection between my wrist and my wrist. The grip width that I'm using, everything. I want everything to be exactly the same as possible as my top set because I'm practicing the way I play, basically. Just like Kobe in the gym or anybody in the NBA or even in any professional sport. They're trying to practice the way they play. Boxing. Whether it's fictional or non-fictional. Have you seen the way Mayweather used to train? Or anybody that's in there now? I don't even watch this stuff no more. I focus on me now. I focus on what I'm doing. Right? But if you look at fictional, Creed lost every fight and then won, right? It's like the second one, right? He had to fight Drago Jr. or whatever. I forget the name of the dude, right? He had to fight the dude the son of the dude that did that to Creed's dad, right? Adonis Creed had to fight the son of the dude that Apollo Creed, right? So Rocky told him not to fight and this and that and third. He went in there, thought he could do his thing, without barely any real training. I mean, he did training, but it wasn't the same as Rocky would have had him train. Rocky had the dude's number. He knew the dude, you know what I'm saying? Rocky told him, like, hey, dog, you gonna get hurt, da-da-da. But the next time he had to fight him, he had to fight the dude, right? Dude messed him up. Messed up his ribs or his organs or something like that. Not to tell the story for people that don't know. But to win the next time he fought him, he had to lock in a whole nother way that he never locked in before. Just like in part 3. He had to fight the dude. He had no chance against that dude if he ain't locked in. Then when he was training with the dude that he had fought in the other movie, he tried to tell him, man, dog, you look good, man. The dude was like, Basically what he was telling them in that movie, lock in. That's what you got to do in the gym. You have to. You have to, or you're not going to reach your goal. I don't care if it's people ain't burning as much calories as they need to, and they try to be on a weight loss journey, but they ain't burning as much calories as they need to. They're eating more calories than they're burning, and that's why they're not losing weight. They try to blame everything else except their own self. Same thing with strength. I see nobody works. Same thing with building muscle, hypertrophy. Same thing with endurance. Whether you do a high reps, low reps, moderate weight, high weight, heavy weight, lightweight. See me, I don't believe in doing lightweight unless you're an absolute beginner or if you're trying to do endurance. Like me, I do lightweight if, I just said I don't believe in it, but if I'm doing a challenge, like my body weight bench press challenge, right? I weigh 175 pounds right now. So my body weight bench press challenge is basically put whatever your body weight is. So I weigh 175, put 175 on the bar. So that's my body weight right there. So I'm pressing it for as many reps as I can. I'm going for 20 reps. If I get more than that, that's even better. But that's endurance. That's not really building muscle. That's not really hypertrophy. That's not really building strength. Yes, it is a little bit, but that's mostly endurance, and that's just a challenge, pushing myself. Right? What's hypertrophy? What's muscle building reps? Muscle building reps is probably 10 to 15. Now, all of it is going to, even strength training is going to put a little hypertrophy. You're going to build muscle on strength reps and body weight. I mean, bodybuilders and powerlifters, they both lift weights, but they lift weights for two different reasons, right? I'm going to school you on something real quick. If you're still watching, I'm school you on something real quick, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're listening. Bodybuilders, they train for the physique so they can display it in the competition against each other. Dudes, the competition is they're comparing the bodies to each other The judges are looking at the muscles and how it fits and the physiques, and does the top match the bottom, the back match the front, are they lean enough, all that. That's what they're training for, right? Powerlifters are training for who has the best squat, bench, deadlift. And yes, you have to make sure that your form is right. If you're cheating, your lift ain't gonna count. If you're benching and you bench before the dude say lift or press, then your lift don't count. No matter how much weight you lift, you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Your points don't count. See, I tell people that in real life, and they be like, "Oh, that's crazy. That's too strict, and that don't make sense to me." Okay, if that doesn't make sense to you, well, a basketball player should be able to just grab the basketball like it's a football, run it up the court like this, and then shoot it in, and that's 2 points. That's traveling, though. Of course, there's rules. It's a sport. There's rules. All right? Just because it's a sport that you're not into don't mean, just because you don't understand something don't mean it doesn't make sense. You're not into it. And that's cool. Leave it for the people who are. Or do your thing, but let other people do their thing. If you want to talk in the gym, why don't you talk to other people who want to talk? People always want to talk to the person who's trying to get away from them. And it's outside of the gym too. I had this job, right? I was doing construction. And there's a whole bunch of hustle and bustle, a whole bunch of people in this, that, and third. I got my break time. So on my break time, I want to be away from people so I can have a break away from the stuff. Everybody else talking about this and that and the third. Da, da, da. I don't want none of that. This is my break. So I wanted to find some solitude. And I did that. I had this spot. So this guy see me going to this spot all the time, right? So one day he followed me, an older guy, right? I'm in my 20s, whatever. Late 20s, early 30s, mid 20s. I'm in my 20s, right? So dude come over there, start talking to me. I got my headphones on, I'm eating, I'm watching my phone or doing something, right? I forget what I was watching, maybe battle rap back then. I don't know. This guy, I tried to talk to him politely. I'm like, yo, yeah, what's up? And da-da-da, and I try to get back to my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my break, only got a few minutes. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to find some solitude. I'm sitting down, he's standing up. And yeah, man, so what you doing? I'm just trying to find some solitude. He sat down next to me and said, me too. And I'm like, what the? I don't know what I'm going to say to this man, because if I say something, I'm going to cuss him out. Because that's blatantly rude. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people will look at me like I'm rude. So I'm eating my food, and I'm watching my stuff, and I'm growling kind of. He looking dead at my phone. I'm like, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, this is seriously how people act. But the person that they're doing that to is always wrong if they say something. I'll be saying stuff. Just like I said, the 5 people in the gym. Now, those 5 people are usually going to act different. There's different types of people. When they're trying to work out, they're really not trying to talk to you. If somebody's really working out and they're trying to get away from you and they're not catching eye contact with, everything opens a door for conversation. You don't want that if you really try to focus. Right? Eye contact. Saying stuff. Like, if I see somebody that I kind of halfway know, I'm not just going to give you the cold shoulder. I'm going to say what's up to you, whatever. We had a good conversation before, whatever, after working out. Most likely, if you talk to me before in the gym, you know what time I'm on already. So if I say something to you, you know it's going to be quick and brief, and I'm going to get back to mine, you get back to yours. Or don't. Go talk and do whatever. But let me get back to mine. I don't care what you do or don't do. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying if you don't do it, you're not going to get the results. I am saying that. That's facts. You can't get around that. You get out what you put in when it comes to this, right? Just like anything else that's worth doing, all right? So there's different type of people. There's people who will get mad at you, and I've been all types of people. There's people who will try to ignore you. There's people who will try to get away from you. There's people who will they'll switch their whole workout up because you in the way. If you keep following me, if I switch my workout up and you follow me 2 or 3 places, I'm probably gonna cuss you out. You should get the gist. I shouldn't have to tell grown men that I'm doing something, but I do. When it gets to the point that I have to tell them, I tell them in a nice way. If I have to tell them again, it's gonna be less nice. I'm gonna try to keep it nice. But 3 or 4 times, what can I do? I'll cuss you out if I have to. If you don't have your guards up, people will touch you in the gym. People will talk to you in between your set. Dude try to shake my hand. Let's say you laying on I'm laying on a bench, right? And I got the bar like this with heavy weight on each side. Dude try to shake my hand. Came up close to me. His hand was this close to my chest. I ain't seen you in a long time. And I'm like, and he looking at me like I'm weird, like, dog, you ain't gonna shake my hand? Dog, I got heavyweight, I can't shake your hand right now. I'm in the middle of my set. At least wait until my set is done, we can talk then. I mean, I don't even want to talk then. Wait until my workout is done. But I know most people don't understand that, so wait until my set is done at least. Wait until I put the bar down and get up. This is not the time. That is dangerous. You're putting people in danger with all that distraction. It is horrible. I'm just here to lift. I had another dude, this is back when I used to be in my threes on the bench press. Like I said, I'm breaking my bench press back. I was heavier, I was bulking, I had more energy. I had more, because food is energy, calories are energy, mass moves mass. A lot of people don't understand that type of thing. But that, as you get into this, if you get into this for real, you're going to understand more. If you're a beginner, please understand that nobody's disrespecting you or calling you this or that. Nobody's trying to assault your intelligence. I'm speaking on me. I don't know. I can't speak for other people. Things that you think is like, you might be guessing. So some of the things you're guessing is going to be wrong. It's not like that. I was in my threes, mid threes on bench. Mid to late threes on bench. I got 315 on the bar. I'm working out by myself. 315 was easy to me at the time. Not after this dude did this. We was the only 2 people in the gym. This is years ago. This is at a different gym, not the gym I go to. Right? Dude had to weigh like 300 pounds. He was overweight, right? No, not dissing him. Even though I feel like he deserved to be dissed because he put my life in danger. I got 315 pounds above my body, holding it like this. I'm glad I didn't bring it down before he did what he did. I'm holding it like this. And it could have dropped on me still. Dude, big old body, bumped into my bar like this on purpose. No, you didn't do that on accident. I got up and I cussed him out. And my workout was done after that because I couldn't focus no more. Life flashed between my eyes, in front of my eyes. Most people don't understand that. My workout shouldn't have nothing to do with you. You probably feel a way that I'm not conversating with you. I don't owe you my time or my conversation. Giving you all of my time and my conversation taken away from what I'm doing. So you get mad and put my life in danger because I'm not talking to you? We're grown men. And we don't even know each other. I don't know your name. You don't know mine. We didn't call and meet up. We're not workout partners. Just because we're in a gym together don't mean we're in a gym together. I'm not part of no gym community. 90% of people who community in the gym, they don't get no results. They get their newbie gains. A lot of people who are new to the gym right now think that I'm wrong and I'm incorrect about having to lock in and put in hard work. I've been in the gym over a decade. Everything I do, I have to grind hard for. If you are brand new, less than 2 years, you're going to disagree with a lot of stuff that I'm saying because you're getting gains. I built some muscle, and I didn't do all the stuff you're talking about. I didn't take it that serious. I built some muscle. Those are called newbie gains. Almost everybody that goes to the gym gets those. If you go in there and just do a little bit of stuff, you're doing more stuff than you did before you joined the gym. So your body's getting a new stimulus. When your body gets a new stimulus, your body builds muscle. That's hypertrophy. Your body has a reason to build muscle. So any protein and hydration and rest, the things that build the muscle plus the stimulus by doing a little workout, that's going to give you better gains than it'll give me. Because I've gained all my muscle almost. I could probably put on a few more pounds of muscle throughout the next few years. And people that say, oh, you ain't that big though. You ain't like Ronnie Coleman and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those guys wasn't natural. I'm a lifetime natural. I'm only going to get so big. I'm only going to get big as my genetics let me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody going to end up the same size. There's lifetime naturals that's twice my size. That's because their genetics allowed them to. There's lifetime naturals that train just like me that's half my size. That's because their genetics are not going to allow them to. Or maybe they're not getting the proper nutrition. Maybe they're not getting enough rest. Maybe there's so many different factors. But if you're trying to maximize your potential, you have to lock in. You have to eat the way you need to eat. You need to have enough protein. You need enough rest. You need enough workout. You need enough water. Those 4 things are what's going to build the muscle. All right? Especially if you're natural. I always tell people natural is the way. Not everybody needs to get those people that's on that stuff. They gonna regret it later. All right? Natural is the way. And it looks better. And I'm more proud of what I can build naturally, all right? So natural is the way. I don't even care what nobody say. I'm 40-something. I'll be 42 years old. Can get a six-pack anytime I want. Can lift double, not double my body. I could probably deadlift triple, quadruple. I ain't do the math. At 165 pounds on my cut, I did 535 pounds on the deadlift. You do the math. I just did 100 pounds above my body weight on the bench press today. You do the math. That don't come from not working hard. It doesn't. It does not. I digress. You lock in or you don't get it. A lot of people try to lose weight and they blame everything besides the fact that they're not locked in. Or they try too hard. They don't listen. That's the thing. People don't listen to people that's done it. Oh, that's what worked for you. They try to make an excuse. Just listen to what I'm talking about. Watch. If you want to lose weight, watch my weight loss videos. That means you think you know everything. No. That means you think your way is better than everybody. Yes. I was about to say no, but yes. The difference between my way and the average way that even people that they work for, my way is mostly structured around my way of weight loss, right? Top 10 misconceptions about weight loss, if you watch the whole video. If you get past the filler in the beginning of the video. If you get to the nitty-gritty, all right? That video, or any of my weight loss videos, type in Repetime Fitness, calories, type in Repetime Fitness, cardio, whatever. My way of dieting when it comes to eating for weight loss is structured around the fact that I'm a human being. It's structured around the fact that I make mistakes. It's structured around the fact that I know I'm going to have cheat days. It's structured around the fact that I'm not going to diet on willpower alone. That's the biggest mistake people do when they come to weight loss. I don't know why this video just came into a weight loss video instead of a workout video or advice for working out at the gym and locking in and all that. But like I said, you got to lock in on your diet too, so it makes sense, right? It goes hand in hand. Your workout and your diet goes hand in hand. You can't out-train a bad diet. If you're trying to lose weight, a lot of people go to the gym and they do a whole bunch of cardio, but they don't worry about their diet. Oh, I did a whole bunch of cardio, so I should be able to eat what I want. No. If your balance is off, if you're eating more calories than you're burning, you're still going to have that weight. A lot of people gain weight on a weight loss journey because of that, right? But my stuff is structured around the fact that I know I'm going to cheat. The main two reasons that people fail on their diet is from cravings and hunger. Cravings because they cut out all their favorite food and now they're craving for them. So when they even have a little bit of it, they have a willpower to keep off of it. But even when they have a little bit of it, they're gonna end up binging and having way more of it than they want, and their calories is gonna be back into a high surplus. Same thing with cutting their calories. Hunger. I said cravings, I said hunger. If your maintenance calories is 2,500, let's say you've been eating like the average American who doesn't count their calories. The average American who doesn't count their calories eats probably, give or take, 5,000 calories. Some people way more every day. And they don't know it because they don't count their calories. And they guess, I can't eat that much. I know I'm not eating that much. The average American probably eats 1,500 calories per meal on average, give or take. Let's say they eat 3 meals at 1,500 calories. They have a 1,500 calorie breakfast, 1,500 calorie dinner, and a 1,500 calorie lunch. I said lunch, dinner, whatever. Lunch, dinner, and breakfast, right? That's 3 meals. 1,500 calories a piece. Think about the foods that you're eating if you think it ain't 1,500 calories. Fast food, huge dinner, crazy breakfast full of sugar. And I'm not scared of carbs. I look at it as calories in, calories out. And I eat bread too. I eat carbs and all that. Right? A lot of people who you can't eat that. You can't eat bread. They don't lose no weight because they don't understand that it's calories in, calories out. That's why they're not losing any weight. I tried to not eat bread and I have to lose no weight. I tried to not eat meat and I cut meat out. The fact that you're frying your meat, it ain't the fact that you're eating meat. Meat is protein. But when you add grease to it, you're multiplying the calories by a lot. You had some protein, you had 120 calories worth of meat, and you fry it, and now it becomes 1,000 calories. That's why. That's why. You put more calories, you put 20 calories. Hunger. So you're cutting your calories too low, which means you're in starvation. We live in America. There's fast food everywhere. There's food everywhere. Everybody celebrates everything with food. You can't avoid food if you wanted to. Right? So your willpower is telling you not to eat none of this. You're going off willpower to eat none of this food that's around you. But there's only so long that willpower until that willpower breaks. And when it does, high surplus. You went from a very low depth. Here's maintenance. A lot of people put their deficit way down here. Then they get in that high surplus. What you want to do is, if this is maintenance, you want to go slightly below. You can't even barely tell back here that that's below. So, meaning, let's say your maintenance calories was 2,500. You don't want to be eating less than 2,000 calories. Check the scale every day. Make sure it's moving slightly. Don't rush your weight loss. Baby steps. That's how you make it. Don't go to try to lose 50 pounds, then you're going to end up gaining 100. What's the point? People celebrate their weight loss with food. What's the point? Now, I tell people how to have cheat days. I tell people what to do after a cheat day. I have videos specifically about that. And I tell people also, you can have cheat meals and not cheat days. And also, a cheat day shouldn't be like a challenge. A lot of people, they get a cheat day, they eat as much food as they possibly can and stuff and gorge themselves. Now they're on a surplus throughout the week. You went from eating such to eating this many calories. Let's say, I'm not going to even use numbers for this. Let's say this is your weekly calories. Anything that's above or below is a surplus or deficit. Low calories, low calories, low calories, low calories. So wait. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let's say Saturday was your cheat day. You only got this many calories left to be in maintenance, a weekly maintenance. So Saturday, you go way over here. You're in a surplus. Just that simple. People that's watching this video this long, I know you're listening. But if I said that in the beginning, people be like, oh, it can't be that simple. A lot of times people are overcomplicating things. Right? If you take baby steps and baby reps, I call it that, even in the gym. How many times y'all seen me type in Rapid Time Fitness starting over or bringing back? I got so many videos titled starting over or bringing back when it comes to my bench press, my deadlift, my squat. I went from a 3-something bench to non-existent, 0 bench. Stop benching. Not saying you should, I'm saying I did. Right? That's life. Life happens. You know, they're not going to be always perfect. You're not going to always be on a high. You're not always going to make progress. You're not always going to put more weight on the bench or the squat or the deadlift. If that was the case, people that's been lifted everybody that's been lifted for a couple years should be doing over 1,000 pounds. Right? It doesn't work like that. There's always steps back. There's always standstills. There's times you plateau and be stuck. There's times where you have a long time away, like my thing, having a long time away from a certain lift. The biggest mistake anybody can do when they do that is to jump straight back in. If you was bench pressing 315 as a max and you didn't bench press for 2 years, you shouldn't be trying to do 315 the next time you bench. Start over. You'll get it back. You're going to injure yourself just going straight back in. I know plenty of people who did. This one guy I know, he was on roids. But he had the biggest bench press I've ever seen in person. I've seen bigger bench presses on the internet. They real stuff too. There's some crazy stuff out there. But this guy, he was bench pressing over 500 pounds. The whole shutdown of the world happened when people was getting sick or whatever. Right? Gyms was closed. He couldn't work out. Neither could I. Neither could anybody. He went straight back to trying to do as close to that 500 as possible. And I get it. He wanted to hold on to that. That's a feat. Nobody in the gym was doing that. He was the best. Even though he was on something, there was a lot of people who was on stuff too, and they couldn't touch him. So he was the best. Right? And he used to tell me I was strong, so, you know what I'm saying? I took that as, if I was taking that stuff, I'd be better than him. Because I feel like my technique was better, my knowledge was better. The only thing he had was he was taking something that I wasn't. And he weighed a little more than me. So, you know, pound for pound and natty status, I still feel like I'm better. But he tore his rotator cuff. I think he tore his pec. He messed up his tricep. He messed up like 3 things. I don't remember exactly what, in what order. But he messed himself up bad. He don't even bench no more. So he went from 500 to 0. All because he didn't take his time. I mean, he knew better. I told him, I was like, yo, we got to slow down, bro. You just started back. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. You just started back, bro. So take your time. Oh, got it, man. I'm telling you. And it's not funny. I know another guy tore his bicep off the tendon. Ego lifting too much. You gotta listen to your body. That's another thing I was saying about the beginning of the video. Shutting up. No disrespect. I ain't telling nobody to shut up. You know, people that watched the video in the beginning and didn't watch this part, they probably thought I was telling them to shut up. That's probably why they cut the video off. You know? But that focus. You're lifting heavy weights. You're not lifting feather pillows. I got slight injuries now. My hamstring, my right side, my wrist is getting better. I can do, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. My rotator, not my rotator cuff, but my shoulder. It could be a rotator cuff if I mess around, but my shoulder hurts sometimes. It could go away. I know. I've been through all of this before. Hamstring. That's what I was worried about mostly. If I'm doing 500 something on a deadlift and I tear my hamstring, man, it's gonna be. But people don't care about that. They don't care if they injure you. I tell you what. This one girl one time. She had this guy, he was her friend or whatever. I don't know if they went to school together or whatever. But she was trying to really work out. Most women in the gym, they be killing it. Dude, they both was young. And dude used to talk to me a lot in the gym. But that day he was talking to her and I was like, thank God he ain't talking to me. But she told him, yo, you gotta, let me focus on my sets so I can get injured. And he laughing, yeah, right, that can't happen. A lot of people in the gym, they don't even do their research. I told this other guy a long time ago, years ago, he was bragging to me on how much he was leg pressing. And I stopped my workout to go over there and see his workout. Somebody could have took my spot. It's very important to keep your spot in the gym, all right? Somebody could have took my spot. I went over there to see his squat or his leg press. He was pushing the weight so hard. And these are my arms, but let's say this is his knee. The elbow is a leg equivalent to a knee, right? So he's locking his knees out like that with heavy weight on the leg press. I've seen countless videos before I even started really lifting seriously. I've seen countless videos of people breaking their legs the opposite way. Breaking their legs. I seen one lady was doing that. I think she was doing it in heels. Doing trick stuff. Doing tricks in the gym is not how you build muscle. And if somebody who is more experienced than you tell you that you probably gonna get injured doing it that way, I'm not saying that person is automatically right every time. I don't know the person or whatever. I've saved so many people's lives in the gym, giving them advice like this. Not this guy. I don't know if he ever got injured because I don't see him no more. But not this guy. You know what he did? He got mad. So you stopped me from my workout, and I try to give you some quick advice. Yo, dog, you shouldn't be locking your legs out like that. You could break your leg because you need to see a video that I show. I try to show him some videos. Some of the videos oh no, I don't need to see that because that'll make me sick. I was like, bro, you're gonna break your legs, bro. And then he tried to get mad at me. He showed his bicep like this. You see this? Last year I didn't have that. So basically he's telling me he knows what he's doing. Because he's building muscle. Yeah, you're building muscle because like I said in the beginning, you've been training less than 2 years. You're getting newbie gains. Everybody gets those. That does not mean you know what you're doing. I'm trying to warn you. Because I think you're a cool guy, but now you're getting mad at me. I can lead you to the water. I cannot make you drink it. It's not my fault if that happens to you. But I'm going to tell you, just be careful. My bad. I went back to my workout. You interrupted me, bro. And now my workout sucks because I'm thinking I'm a human being that cares about other humans. Now I'm thinking about you instead of focusing on my workout. It's exhausting, man. Dealing with people in the gym exhausts me more than the workout does. That might be the title of the video. Nah, shutting up is a superpower because it is. People need to know that. Lock in. And if you ain't going to lock in, let somebody else who's locked in lock in. Vegeta. Goku. Have you seen the way these guys train? It's a fictional character. Cartoons. Just like this is a fictional character, Scarface. Maybe I got too many characters on right now. Like the video. Hey, what I'm trying to say is, there's no difference though. Lock in. Kobe left the club. They dragged Kobe, not dragged, but the team convinced Kobe years ago to go to the club because it was so. I think it was in Miami. People that watch stuff like this, they probably heard about it. Kobe was like, yo, I gotta leave. He went to go train. It's time to go. He didn't miss his training. Same thing with Mayweather. He'd be at the club drinking water. Everybody else drinking whatever. He's drinking water. He jogged back home. or jog to the gym to train. All the greats trained. Bruce Lee, do you see the way he trained? I'm not saying that anybody's or myself going to be anything like these guys. Even if I could get halfway, if my potential was halfway with whoever you think in my field, bodybuilding, powerlifting, even if my potential was half of that, I want that. I want all I can get. I want to see what I want to live up to my potential. I don't want 10% of it just because I can't be like such and such. I'm not even trying to be like such and such. I'm trying to be the best I can be. It's me against me. It's me against the bar. It's me against whatever. This isn't a team effort, all right? Bodybuilding, powerlifting, they're lonely sports. This isn't a team effort. Even if you own a team, you got to be an individual. Add to the team, be a team player if you're on the team, but still you gotta be an individual. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on you. If you got gym partners, you still gotta do your set. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just make sure y'all do. Make sure if you are really into this and you want gym partners and you want success, you gotta have like-minded people. If you in there with people who ain't gonna do nothing but talk, you ain't gonna reach your goal. You're not. Sorry. No disrespect. I'm just spitting facts. People get offended by stuff like that. People get offended by the truth. I don't mean nothing by it. I'm just telling you. You don't believe it? Do what you want to do. But don't come to me with that. I used to watch Reppin' Tom and I ain't never built no muscle with no strength. He sucks as a fitness dude. No, you ain't do what I said. I ain't saying you gotta do what I say. That's not what I mean. The advice I give, you didn't follow it. It ain't my fault. I digress. I put my work to the test and I try to stress less, but oh my gosh, oh my God. Comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy, peace.